down at code 3. Hey, good evening. I am late. Of course, I'm late. I just got home. Um, I started the stream and I'm a little bit on the tardy side, about, I don't know, 10, 11 minutes. Got my phone repaired, took it in to get it repaired, and the problem I was having is no longer. So that'd be the good thing. Um, I was notified Lisa is live. Uh, And I asked that person that notified me that to please tell her I will be there as soon as I get done with this. I don't know how long I'm going to let this go. If I am going to do this for the full 2 hours or not, depends on how it goes. I'm going to set up some more streams when this is done this evening before I go to bed. I was going to do it last night and I just got too busy and forgot to do it. But I will get it done. I will get more streams set up. The time for this is screwed up. Don't know why. It says 11:58 p.m. Don't ask me. I think that's the time that I set these streams up, actually. So, it just is what it is. Got my screen door back, got it put back on. I didn't do it. I mean, I didn't go get it because I don't have a pickup. And I didn't put it back on because I can't get out of the wheelchair to put it back on. But that's been done. So now I can get fresh air, which is great. That means in the morning I can unlock the sliding glass door and open it up and get some fresh air. I can do it also in the evening after it cools off. So that'd be a good thing. Nothing wrong with that. Let me get in here and do that. I don't know. Which one do I want? Oh, good deal, good deal, good deal. Anyhow, I'm done texting. So I'm trying to make up my mind which one I want. If I want the birds or if I want. I think I'll leave the StreamYard logo up there, just for the fun of it, because it gets so fun, Hey, Miss Joe. I was having a problem with my phone and I had to take it in and get it fixed. iPhones suck. That's all I can say. iPhones suck. All you have to do is touch the wrong thing and it messes everything up. There's a little bitty switch over by the volume control that if you go to take your cover off, your protected cover off the back, you turn that off and then you lose your notifications. It silences all your notifications. So know that up front, my dear, if you have an iPhone. I don't do the Androids. I don't like Androids. I had Android way back in the day. When I first got a phone, I got Android. And I used to have to keep a wrung out wet. I used a washcloth, wrung out, wet it, wring it out as dry as you can get it, put ice in there, and then set that Android on that ice in order to be able to work. Otherwise, it would overheat and shut off. And then I had to drive 2 to 5 miles, depending on which way I was going, away from my house so that I could even get a signal. So Androids are even worse than iPhones. That, as far as I know, is your only two choices as of today. You either get an iPhone or you get an Android. So anyway. No iPhone here, not since iPhone 6. Okay. Well, I've got a 10 Max Pro. I've still got my 7, by the way. And it still works. I can make phone calls from it. I just got everything turned way down to nothing. And I don't charge it unless I need it. So that'd be a good thing. But I do need to get some more streams set up tonight for my future streams. I just, you get busy doing other things, and I don't know, I do anyway, and more important things on my mind, and I just let it slip my mind. So I'll get more streams set up. Anyhow. I'm very pleased to get the screen door back up for fresh air, because at night, not when it's still in its 90s for temperatures. Today isn't not nearly as warm, but last night when I went to bed, and I mean it was really late when I went to bed, it was still in the 90s. Wasn't triple digits, but Jesus, I'm not going to let that air in and then, kick the central air on and then have to cool that down. That's, pretty non-productive. So I'm not going to do that. But anyhow, I picked up my mail on the way in. I don't have a freaking clue what this is. Probably more garbage that I won't use. I'm about ready to get Scott to go out and dig a hole, is what I'm about ready to do. And take all but 2 or 3 of these medications that I feel are necessary and put them in the ground. You can't flush them, because if you flush them, if you flush them, then it gets in the water system, or so they claim. I think that's a bunch of bull crap, because if that's true, then because I pay for sewer and water, your sewer system is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Just the way it goes. They were supposed to put this in a different place, and they didn't. They put it in regular mail. So typical. So if somebody puts something, medication out in your mailbox, and they don't close the door all the way, somebody else comes by, yeah, it's a felony to get in someone else's mail, but you got to catch them. So then they take your medication, and then you go without and have to pay for it. I think it's crap. That's what I think it is. It's all a pile of crap. But that's my opinion. So I got to throw this in the garbage and set this over here, and then I'm going to grab me a soda on the way back. But anyway, there's a little bitty red button up there it's just above the volume up, volume down. And you remove the case for any reason, it flips that off. So hello there, soda. the top on this soda. Yeah, well, that's what mine are supposed to be too, Miss Joe, but they put them in the regular mail. They're supposed to come FedEx. But then FedEx gives it to UPS, USPS rather, and then USPS delivers it. So how does that work? And then you pay for FedEx. It's a bunch of crap. And I've had medication taken and had to have it replaced. But they still put it in the mailbox. I had 3 meds come. They were supposed to, all the meds are supposed to come FedEx with the signature, and they still deliver them USPS. I had one medication that either fell out of the shipment. There were 3 in there. I had 2. One bottle was missing, and I told him, I said, I didn't get it. Well, don't you read the literature that comes with it? I said, why the hell should I? Is that my place to do that? Or is it your place to ship it? Do you not have a shipping department? Are they not responsible? Why are they not put in a carton instead of a damn bag? So that USPS people or anyone out on the street knows it's medication, so they can open it, steal it, take what they want, or take the whole bag. Well, it's a federal crime. Yeah, well, you come and find them then. How about that? I'm not going to sit out there with a shotgun at my mailbox and wait for some idiot to get in my mailbox. Not my job. That's your job to deliver it. And why is it coming USPS when it's supposed to be coming FedEx? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we're just too old, Miss Joe, and expect too much. I don't know. That could be. But signature is supposed to be required too, because I set that up a long time ago. I don't want it just, I want it delivered by FedEx. I don't want it delivered by USPS. Because I could take you out to a place called 3 Points, and I can show you where both FedEx and USPS, when they get overwhelmed with mail to deliver, it winds up out there in the desert. And their packages as well as letter mail. Yep. And you're out there driving on sand with no roads. Because I checked it out. Yeah. I don't know. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I don't know. It's just a bunch of bunk as far as I'm concerned. If it isn't one thing, it's 5 dozen others. Still no rain. Other parts of the town I live in is getting all kinds of rain. I'm getting zero. Why? Because it doesn't come across the mountains, and I'm completely surrounded by mountains on all four sides. So it costs me money every day to keep this drip system going, and you pay, man, you pay big money just to keep anything that's green and growing alive. You just do. Um, I don't know. I've got more poison put out for the critters. Um, Prairie dogs. So I'm still poisoning the prairie dogs. And they're still digging their way through. I used to at one time think they were, the desert rats, but they don't burrow. They don't burrow. And then the pest guy told me who confirmed I'm using the right poison for them. He told me that those are prairie dogs. And they dig underneath the wall, and then they come up, and then they go, what they're coming in for is water through the drip system. That's what they're coming in for. And then they leave their nasty feces on the bricks. And they tell you here, don't leave dog food sitting out, and don't leave water sitting out for your pets. Because when you do, then you get the mountain lions, you get the bears coming down out of the mountains, and you get the prairie dogs. That's what they're coming in for. So it's pretty crazy. Anyhow, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to talk about tonight. Just the same old, same old. Just sit here and talk for to use the StreamYard, and something to do that's free, because I pay for my StreamYards ahead of schedule per year, and I get that at a reduced rate. I do not pay $700 and some a year to do StreamYards. No, I'm not going to do that. I see my window is still covered with sand. My kitchen window. There goes the air kicking on, central air. So it's got to be over 80 in the house. Pretty crazy. And as far as I'm concerned, they're automatic updates. iPhones can take their automatic updates and stick them where the sun don't shine. That's for doggone sure. I've got a new thing coming for a phone holder. It's different than what I've recently been using. I always have been using. Goes over the arm of the chair and then hangs down. You can either put it on the inside or you can put it on the outside. I'm going to put it on the outside. I don't want it on the inside of the chair arm. I want it on the outside of the chair arm. Easier access for me. Yep. I don't know if you'd be interested in I don't know a lot of Arizona law. I only know Illinois law. So I don't know if you wanna hear about what you guys want to hear about, and I've got more than one person in here, and I don't know if you want to hear about traffic offenses, citations, or what you want to hear. And again, I don't know a lot of the laws in Arizona. I only know specific laws. But I really don't know how in the hell they can FedEx can just give your medication to USPS, and then packages get ripped open. You don't get specific medications. It's crazy. It's just nuts. It just truly is. You plan on the medication being there, and then the package comes and you've only got part of it. Doesn't happen all the time. It's only happened once, but once is all it takes. And then you go without medication until they can reship medication. And then you get to go through it all again. So, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Man, I'm happy as punch to get this screen door back up here. And then they didn't put they took the foot guard that I have on the bottom of the screen to keep from knocking the screen out, and didn't put it in the right hole. So, and there's no way I can fix that, because if I take the screen guard loose, the screen isn't gonna stretch, and then I rip the side out. So, and then you pay over $100 to get that fixed. And then they're supposed to replace one upright, and they didn't bother. I don't know. I gotta pull the chains. I've got to go in for x-rays for broken wrist. And then I finally get told where to go, where this place is located, because if you look it up, you Google it, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you. It doesn't come up with the name of the place where you got to go to get the x-rays. Huh. So I'm in no damn hurry. I've got a brace on my arm, and it's as long as I keep it on there, I'm pretty good, as long as I don't use the thumb. So I don't know. It's all pretty nuts if you ask me. It really is. I got Scott a bag of Tootsie Roll Pops. He likes Tootsie Roll Pops. I like the orange ones. Can't eat them anymore. I like the orange ones, and I like the brown ones. So, but I can't eat them anymore because they're sugar. Well, I could, but then I just go to sleep and sleep for the rest of the day, and sleep all night, sleep until part of the next day. So why do that? I mean, to me, that's pretty stupid. So I bought him a bag of 60, I don't know, 65 or whatever it is, Tootsie Roll Pops. Um, I got to tell him that the bedroom needs dusted again. So I've got to go in and grab my water Contigo, the one that I use for water, and dump it and put more ice and water in it for this evening. Because if I don't do it now, I'll forget to do it. And then I go in there and go to bed, and then I've got to get back up out of bed, get the Contigo, get in the wheelchair, get the Contigo cup, take it out in the kitchen, turn the lights all on. If I don't turn the lights on, it's so doggone dark in here, I can't see where the hell I'm going. Then I wind up crashing into stuff. I certainly don't want to do that. So I get that done about this time of night. A little bit of ice left in there, but not much. I'm going to, I think I'm going to go over, give Scott a night off for cooking and have him, ask him if he wants to go with. If he don't, he can cook his own stuff and I'll go. I don't care. I'll take Snowball with me and go ahead and meatloaf. I'm kind of hungry for meatloaf. Nope, that's all water in there. So, excuse me for getting ice. It's noisy. There we go. Oh, where's Snowball? There she is. Want ice cream cube? It's time. Do you want ice? Do you? Get it. Good girl. She gets one ice cube a day. And I'll do the reverse osmosis for the water. And it takes forever to fill up her water container with that. In this state, you got to drink a lot of water, man. A lot of water. Because if you don't drink a lot of water, you dry out so fast. And there's a way you can test for how hydrated you are through the skin on the top of your hand. And I don't know. I'm dehydrated all the time for some stupid reason. Can't drink enough water. Drink water until I slosh like a 55-gallon drum. I still don't get enough. This state is so dry. Yep. Had a nice talk with a lady over there that was a customer, same as me. They had her phone, was working on her phone. We had a really nice conversation. So she had never seen a mobility van before. She was, for some reason, impressed. I don't know why. But I suppose if you've never seen one before and you don't know, you think, wow, I don't know, Maybe you think wow. I don't know. I don't think wow. Yeah. I've still heard nothing from Preferred Home Health Care. Even on the batteries that have long since died. Like they said, we'll let you know when we call you. Well, we'll call you when we get the parts. We haven't called you yet, have we? Yeah. It's a good way to talk to people, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what this Trump stuff is that I keep seeing with Hamas. I haven't been keeping up with it. Not that it's going to do you a damn bit of good to keep up with it, because there's nothing you're going to do and nothing you can do. And I mean, you can write your congressman and complain, but there is nothing going to be done. Absolutely zip is going to be done. You can gripe and complain all you want. They're still going to do whatever it is that they want to do. And the only way you can change anything is don't vote for the congressman that represents you. You know, just don't. It's the only thing you can do. And I never, ever, ever vote for an incumbent. And I don't care if it's a judge or who it is. I won't vote for an incumbent. When I get the ballot, it's no. You know, all the incumbents are listed separately. And, you know, do you want to vote for this incumbent? Nope. How about this one? You want to vote for this incumbent? I just go all the way down the line, and I don't care who they are. It's no. They do the same thing for the elected judges. Absolutely not. Why? Because after they're in, then they stop doing what the people want, and they start doing what they want. And a lot of times it's against what the people want. Just saying. So I've got more grapefruit down, pink grapefruit. And Snowball's out here growling at the lizards as usual. It's the only time I ever hear her growl. She don't like the lizards. She does not like those lizards. And she growls at them. She walks around out here like she's queen of the pile or something. I don't know. There goes Central Air on again. I got to take a quick look at my phone and can you hear her? She's funny when it comes to the lizards. But the old prairie dogs, man, they're still coming. Hot and heavy, and I keep poisoning, and they keep coming. And what you got to do to poison those things is you have to put it where they're digging up through. They go underneath the wall, and then they dig through the the rocks, and you have to put the poison in that area, and then you have to cover it back up. And that's what I keep doing. And I was really surprised when the exterminator told me, I told him what I was using. He says, that's the same thing I'm using. But they're still coming in. You put it out there every day, and then you got to cover it back up. So the next time they, the next time they come up underneath the wall, which is that night, they do it at night. They find some more. They eat it and they die. And what I thought was great, and when I bought this stuff, the guy told me this too. He says, if you've got pets, there is an antidote that you can feed your pet, and your pet won't get hurt. And that's what I like about that poison. Yep. So it is what it is. I've got to get another laptop table. Got to try and figure out where I found that. I'll just Google it. I'll get on Amazon and go through them. Won't be a problem. I'll turn the lights on. Not that it's all that dark in here, but it's not going to be long. It'll be so dark I'll be running into things. Yep. So anyhow, they had tornado warnings out for here in this county the other day. And I've had some people say they've never had a tornado warning for central to southern Arizona. Well, the hell they don't. They sure do. I've actually seen one. I've got it on a camcorder. So, just saying. But I'm glad it's finally starting to cool off a little bit. It's about flipping time. It really is. It's about time. Yep. These batteries are still holding up pretty good. Of course, Preferred Home Healthcare doesn't know that. I got the old junk ones in the back of my van. I got if you have a automobile, I got a bell cleaner for the post, and you take it apart. You've got the male end, and then you've got a female end on the bell, and the female end is for the post, and you unscrew it part of a turn and pull it apart, and then you've got the male end for the cables. So I've got that on order. I got one for Scott's car, and I've got one for mine. So those are coming. Yep. They keep changing these prescriptions to different looking pills, but they're the same prescription. It's pretty weird. They change them from the one I'm looking at right now is kind of a bluish gray, and the last time, it says blue, round and blue. And the last time they were white, and they're same exact dosage, same exact drug. Crazy. So I don't know. Yep. The Freestyle Libra that I've got, for diabetes, I'm not gonna put that in my arm. Damn thing could sit there in the box. And that goes in automatically on your phone, and then it goes from the phone to the doctor. So, yep. Freestyle Libra 3. Wonder how come old Numbnuts doesn't have one of those. It's just a thought. It's just a question. I don't know. Maybe it's like everything else. It's just another lie. I don't know. I see most drivers out there are absolutely staying away from the fog line. When you're driving down the street, you've got a solid white line that goes in the outside right lane. You've also got one on, if it's a 2-lane road, you've also got a solid white line, which is a fog line, which is on the left-hand side or driver's side of the car. You're not supposed to touch that when you're driving, or you can get citations for that. They'll get you for improper lane usage, failure to hold your lane, all kinds of crap. So, just saying, if you're out driving, don't drive and let your tires hit the fog line. So I don't know. I'm about talked out. I don't know what else to talk about. You know, you do this every night, you run out of things to say. And when you don't get participation from the chat, you know, you try your best to keep coming up. You think about this every day for 2 hours. Try and come up with things to say to hold the audience, to keep them here, to keep them listening, or to participate. So, just saying. So I think I'm only going to do this for an hour tonight, because I'm about talked out, and I've got 50 minutes in. And in another, because I was like 6 minutes late, another 4 minutes, it's going to take it to the top of the hour, and I think I'm just going to close it. Got to change sheets again. I like clean sheets on my bed, clean pillowcases. Two more minutes. The grandmother's clock is 2 minutes fast. If you use Apple iTags or AirTags, they're not iTags, they're AirTags. They have a battery in them. Make sure that you, when you replace the battery, and it's not hard to do, make sure that you purchase lithium batteries. If you have a pet, you can purchase a special collar for that pet. Whether it be canine or feline, it doesn't matter. Get an Apple, if you've got an Apple Watch, get an Apple AirTag, and then there's a program that you can download and run with that. As soon as you assign that Apple AirTag to a specific animal, you can then it'll let you download a picture of that animal or a symbol of that animal, and then you've got a application you can download, and at any time you can see where that pet is. Absolutely see where they're at. And if it's worth having the pet, then you should probably do that. But make sure you buy lithium batteries. Lithium batteries, not because they're a button battery. Don't buy don't buy any, like Duracell or something like that. Get lithium batteries and put it in there. And you can always find your pet, and you'll be able to walk up with that app within inches, and it'll keep telling you, give you less and less feet, less and less feet. And then all of a sudden it'll say 0 right there is where that pet is. So if it's at a neighbor's house, you can walk right to it Once you get past that, then the numbers will start increasing. I can't stress how important this is. You know, it's your duty to take care of your pets, whatever has to be done. So I'm going to get out of here. I think I'm going to go over to Lisa's and see what's going on. I've got an hour in. That's good enough for me. Everybody have a good evening. Get lots of good sleep, lots of rest. Enjoy yourselves. Life is short. Don't fight. It's not worth it. Just ignore the idiots. Ignore the trolls. It's the best way to do it. Ignore the liars. That's the best way to go. Take it from somebody with experience. And with that, 73 guys, catch you tomorrow night.
Viewer discretion is advised.
They just think it's so funny. No!
We are federales. You know, the mountain police.
If you're the police, where are your badges?
Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.